Sure, there's probably habits that take 21 days. There's others that probably take 21 months. But the average habit for the average person takes 66 days, so almost 2 months.
Welcome to My Daily Mindset, where you get an inspirational, educational, and motivational message each day to help you live your best life.
So we're continuing this week with my favorite percentages. Actually, today is an actual number, not a percentage. So what do we do? So Monday, 42%. You are 42% more likely to do something if you write it down. So the point is, write everything down and you're much more likely to do it. Yesterday, I told you only 8% of people who set goals for themselves actually achieve them. And one of the main reasons is because of Mondays. They don't write it down. And, if you don't write a goal down, it's just a wish. So today I'm going to kind of continue that, theme. To really accomplish goals, you need to create habits. I mean, that's just the way it works. Habits kind of run our lives, right? So if you're trying to accomplish, no matter what it is, if it's a large goal, a medium goal, whatever, if you can create the correct habits to get you to that goal, it makes it much easier. So the question is, how long does it take to create the average habit for the average person? This is from a study, one of the latest studies on habits. What do you think it is? How long does it take to create a habit? Just the average habit for the average person. A lot of people say 21 days, 3 weeks, because that's, I guess, the misnomer that has been around forever. Sure, there's probably habits that take 21 days. There's others that probably take 21 months. But the average habit for the average person takes 66 days. So almost 2 months, which, think about that. To do a habit, so how do you create a habit? You have to be consistent in a routine, right? Because routines will, get you, and the more you're consistent in the routines, it'll actually form into a habit, right? You start to sort of wire your brain that way. That's the whole point, right? You start out with a routine. It helps you sort of set up how you're going to do whatever you're going to do. And then when you do it every single day, next thing you know, it becomes automatic, which becomes a habit. And then you don't have to think about it anymore. So repetition breeds consistency, which creates habits. This is a saying that I love to go to because it's so true. So create a routine, right? We talked about on Monday, write down whatever it is that you want to do, right? What is the goal that you want to accomplish? Write it down. That's the first thing. Now you develop a routine. How do you do that? So, always fitness and health is always a big one, right? You need to start eating better. You need to start exercising, right? There's ways to create routines that are going to work for you, right? One thing that I've always told people that can cut that sort of 66 days down, to create a habit is you sandwich it in between two things you already do. So an example I like to give is, so I don't floss, right? But I want to floss. This is a scenario I'm going to give you. So what I do right now is I brush my teeth and then I use like a mouthwash. But I want to start flossing. So I go to the store and I buy some floss and then I come home. And if I just put it, in the cupboard or, somewhere random, am I going to start flossing? Probably not. I might remind myself. If I leave a Post-it note, that'll help. Those are good things to do. But if I already brush my teeth and then I automatically go to my mouthwash, if I put that floss right next to the mouthwash, what's going to happen? I'm going to brush my teeth and then I'm going to automatically go to my mouthwash and I'm going to see the floss there. Am I going to floss? I hope so, right? I hope I'm not going to be stubborn and be like, no, not today. But that's how you create habits. It's an easier way. So sandwich it into two things that you already do, right? That's sort of the trick, the hack here. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, pick two things that you already do. If you want to exercise, right? And you're like, I'm going to come home from work and then I'm going to exercise. Let's just say that. So you ask yourself, what do you do when you get home? We automatically do things, right? We're creatures of habit. So you're going to come home from work. You're going to open the door. What do you do, right? This is how you develop this. Say you go into your room or you put things down on the desk or whatever it is, right? Put your keys down, your wallet or your purse or whatever. So you think about two things and then you sandwich like having your gym clothes right in between. And having them in your face is another thing. It's reminders, right? If you don't remind yourself, people think, oh, I'm just going to create a habit. And they think, oh, I'll remember. You're not going to remember. Your brain is not wired to remember what you're trying to do. So you have to remind yourself. So whether it's leaving the gym clothes out or setting alarms on the phone. I love doing this. I will literally set an alarm on my phone every day for the same time for whatever habit I'm trying to create. So those are just a few things. So to decrease the time it takes to create a habit, find two things that you already do, sandwich what you want to start doing in between those two, and set reminders, whether it's leaving clothes out, putting Post-it notes up, or setting alarms on your phone. If you can't create a habit through those, good luck. Because I'm telling you, if you do those things, you will automatically start to get into, unless you're just being rebellious and you don't want to do it, right? It's something that you want to do. And I guess that's how we are as humans. We know we should do something, but because it's so much easier not to do it, we end up not doing it. But I'm telling you, if you do those things, you sandwich what you're trying to do in between two things that you already do, and then you set alarms and you leave reminders. Promise you will start to create the habits that you want to do and live the life that you want to do. All right. Have an amazing one. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And remember, this is your life. Live it your way. I appreciate you listening today, and hopefully you found something useful in today's message. And if you did find value, please comment. Also share it with somebody else that may benefit from this. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so that you can get an inspirational, educational, and motivational message from me every single day.